He likes it, man. Oh, look at the colors, man. Oh, I love this outro, man. Okay. Oh, hold on now. All right, Hunter x Hunter episode 61. Now, first of all, thank you to everyone who has commented on the last few videos, helping clarify anything I might have gotten wrong or anything that I've missed. Because what a crazy time the end of the York New arc was. I have gone back and rewatched the entire arc, and it is written so fantastically well. A lot of people have already said that the show is very difficult to predict, and that was absolutely true throughout the York New arc. It was such a different show compared to the previous arcs. But I can be one to tunnel on certain expectations and outcomes, like the fortunes coming true exactly as they were written, you know? And it's because I was tunneled on that so hard, I didn't quite pick up on the little things that you guys have clarified for me. Such as, for example, Neon would never look at her fortunes because she believed that her not knowing them would make them more likely to come true. Chrollo was completely aware of all the fortunes that he wrote for the other troop members, and he was aware of his own one when he stole the ability as well, so someone said that might have something to do with it. And of course there's Hisoka's fake fortune as well, how Chrollo had to change all their plans because of that, and Hisoka saying as well that fate seems to be changing a little bit. Now a lot of people are saying that the fortunes are still gonna happen, it's just a matter of when and how. That's all changed, which is pretty exciting. And someone said that Neon could see 1 month in the future. Maybe Chrollo's is potentially slightly different, and perhaps he can see even further in the future. He just doesn't know that. He assumes it works the same way as Neon's does. Now, not all of that is set in stone. Those are just ideas that people are throwing out there. I assume not to completely spoil me as well, which is great. And I really appreciate how good all of you have been in the comments. And the last thing that someone commented about is continuing with the Greed Island arc here, knowing Nen and, you know, the hexagon, how everything connects, you know, what other Nen types like certain people can do. That's all going to be very important going forward. I do have a diagram up on my screen of the hexagon of the Nen types, and I have read through all of them. I've even gone back and made sure I know exactly how Kurapika's like abilities are working, like the restraint and vow. So I think I'm in a good spot with all that, and I hope that comes across in the coming episodes and discussions. All right, now that that's all out of the way, moving forward with the Greed Island arc now, we are in the game. This is a concept that I love. It's the concept that made me watch at least the start of Sword Art Online, and it's very similar to Solo Leveling as well, which is a show I really like. I love the concept of the game that got explained to us last episode as well. It looks like this is going to be a lot of fun, and it might go on for a while, which I'm here for. I want to see everything that Greed Island's about, and I'm getting the feeling that Gon and Killua are going to be the ones to clear this game, right? And it's what happens after that that's going to be really interesting. If we end up getting any information about Jing or not, Jing has said there's no clues about his whereabouts in here, right? It's a message from him to Gon. But things are going to go down in here. We know that Finks and Phaeton from the Phantom Troop are in here as well, so we'll see what happens with all that, and I want to see some of Gon and Killua's new Nen abilities on display as well. All right, that's enough out of me. That was a long intro, I know. Shout outs to any of you who stuck through all of that, but I'm getting into the episode now. Like and subscribe, check out the Patreon for early access if you're interested, and with all that being said, enjoy the video.
草原見渡す限り見られてるどこからか Interesting. He knew straight away. I like that ominous vibe already. A couple people were talking about, because I asked if I could watch the openings and endings. Someone said you can watch them as long as you don't pause or overthink things, and then someone else said don't watch them because they will spoil things if you look too much into it. And as someone who probably will overthink them, I'm not going to watch them because I will overanalyze and probably spoil myself. Invitation and friend. All right. That's the guy. This guy's waiting as well. He had a homie too. Interesting. Maybe it's meant to be that way. Here he is. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, it must be like an observer of the game or something, right? That's what I was thinking. Imagine it's Jing. Yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah. It must be for Gon to experience the game for himself, right? Why there's no cards in there. Hello? This is a guy that's been in here for a while.
ゲーム初心者なのはバレバレ。ここはスティールのカードで。
Oh. Wait. We can do things like this?
何してやがるんだ
So what is he stealing?
キルア君とゴン君か。
Their information? Because they don't have any cards to steal.
スペルカードも知らないようじゃ話にならないぜ。
Yeah, I didn't know about this, man.
決定的だな。こいつら来たばかりの完全初心者。
I likes this a little bit.
こいつらにこのスペルを使うのはもったいない。
There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
トレースオン。
Trace on?
ゲームのスペルからどうやったって逃げらんねえよ。
I see some electricity in there, man.
攻撃成功。
俺に何した
Hold on now. I like
こ
this.
いつやばい。
Yeah, you don't know who you're messing with, man.
リターンオン。マサドラへ。
Okay. He crapped himself. I need to go back and look at what all those different cards do. Steal, reveal all free slots of one target player. Adhesion, complete data of one target player's restricted slots will be available at all times. Last until player leaves the game. Okay. Trace, current location of one target player will be available at all times. Effect lasts until player leaves the game. Okay, so this guy's gonna know where Killaway is at all times. And when he said Trace on, man, he sounded like Shiro from Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works. I loved that. Return, warp to a city of your choice. Must be a city you have visited. I like that. Okay, I'll talk more about this stuff in the discussion, but this is not a concept we got introduced to last episode. I like it.
しずくコルト P ちょっといいかな
Aww.
そんなにゲームをクリアしたいの？
実はゲームのクリアが目的じゃないんだ
わかった。いいよ。
Hmm.
あ、町だ。
Okay, here we go. Well, there's a bit of a vibe about this. And Tokiba.
これ
Now, are these all NPCs? They must be, right? Well, these guys look like players, I'm not gonna lie.
今月はじゃんけん大会だってさ。
Rock, paper, scissors? I mean, people are like living in here, right?
あっち見てみ
Here's the guy.
参加してみる。せっかくだからいろんな検証に挑戦しようよ。情報収集もしなきゃいけないしな。
They're hungry.
さらに商品のガルガイダーをプレゼント。
Oh, all these cards are so interesting, man.
じゃあこの町で一番の物知りって誰？
物知りなんだそりゃ。
NPC stuff?
やっぱり
Yeah.
ゲームキャラなんだよ
商品のガルガイダーね。
Okay.
左の数字はアイテムのカードナンバーで、右の方は記号がアイテムの入手難度のことね。
Okay. So F is obviously very easy.
記号の横の数字はアイテムのカード加減の
Oh.
回数のことね。
Okay, so it's different for each item. Right, I think they mentioned that.
カードは
ま、クズアイテム
Yeah, this don't matter. Oh, shit.
おいの
一緒にゲームに参加したやつだ
突然体が爆発したんだ。内側からボーンとよ。
Gotta be some card, right?
この圧倒的な死体の存在感とてもゲームとは思えない
Yeah, he's done.
消えた現実世界に戻った
Setting the tone early. I love the effect that smoke's having.
まさかさっきキルアがかけられた魔法ってわからない
Oh, they don't know, right?
このゲームにそんなスペルは存在しない。
You get assassinated?
あいつが死んだのは他のプレイヤーによる念のせいだ。プレイヤー狩りさ。
プレイヤー狩り
Player hunting.
俺たちと組まない。
I don't currently see the merit in killing a new player, though, who doesn't have any cards, right? So there's gotta be another motive.
うさんくさいなスタート直後にもう嫌な目に遭ってるし
ここに来る途中、他のプレイヤーにスペルの攻撃を受けてたね。君を攻撃したスペルについてもね。
やけに気前がいいね何か裏があるとしか思えないぜ
このゲームの難しさ、いやらしさ。
なんで初めてだって思うの途中でゲームから抜けて
ブック。これが君たちが初心者だ。
Yeah, okay.
慣れたものなら相手がバインダーを出したらすぐ
Now this guy, this is an experienced
防
player.
げないからな。
ってことはキルアがかけられたスペルもカードでしか防げない
カードを持ってなかったとしてもバインダーを出す。
Okay.
二人は大事だ。
I love it's got like an interface in it as well.
スペルのカードはどうやって手に入れるの？
最も簡単なのは魔法都市マサドラへ。
So that's where the guy teleported to, right? Yep.
リターンオンマサドラへ
Yep.
キルア、行ってみようよ。キルアにかけられたスペルも気になる
Innocent
し
curiosity, man.
ね。
Look at him.
おう
Yeah, Killer was always skeptical. Okay.
全部か。ああ。
Lots of familiar faces here.
じゃあ
I like the look of this guy too, and there's that girl again.
たった今、また一人プレイヤーがやられた。
Now, if this is a recent thing, it's gotta be the Phantom Troop, right? Finks and Phaeton?
ボマーの仕業。
Okay, never mind. The bomber.
このゲームのスペルの中には人を殺傷する
Oh, okay, that's important information. But clearly we can still use
ス
Nen.
ペルは全部で40種類。その中で君たちが受けたスペルは調査型。
そして貴重なカードを手に入れ
Right, then they get
すぐに
killed for
現
it.
れ強奪する
Alright, so maybe the guy that died got a good card and they got killed for it.
プレイヤー狩りを目的とした最も過激な奴ら
Okay.
その中の一人ボマーと呼ばれる奴の
So it's a group, it's not a person.
アイテムカードをゲットする方法は大きく分けて3つ。
自分で探す。
他のプレイヤーと交換する
他のプレイヤーから奪う
Yeah, sounds about right.
他のプレイヤーから強引に奪うものが増えてきた。原因はカードの入手難度とカード化限度枚数のシステムだ。
Okay.
そして抵抗する者は簡単に殺す。殺せば指輪は消滅し、カードデータも消えるが、カード化できるアイテムが増えるからだ。
Okay.
してしまったらカードは奪えない。当初このルールはプレイヤー同士の殺し合い
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense.
このゲームが世に出て10年以上。この煮詰まった状況を打破しない限り、殺戮は繰り返される。
Yeah, okay, yeah.
同志を募り、ゲームを攻略する。協力してほ
I
しい。
mean, seems good, no? But I don't know.
1自力探索2トレード3ダッシュどれになるの
I mean, we're trying to find them, right?
3だ。
厳密に言えば3つとも全部使うが特に3が重要ってことだろ
なんだよじゃあ結局力ずくで奪うのか
Do we mess with this? I don't know if we mess with this.
スペルスペルで奪うだろ
Oh,
正解だ。スペルの中のカードを奪う。
okay, okay.
それを防御するスペルがあるんだ。そのスペルカードを俺たちが独占する。
Okay, no, this is a Dinkum plan then.
カードを求めても結局奪われてしまう
それはこのゲームの前提がカードの奪い合いだからだ。
Right.
奪われるリスクを限りなくゼロにし、確実にカードを奪う。
What's Gon feeling about this?
俺たちもバッテラシ
Yeah, okay, I thought this is where we were heading.
それを仲間全員で山分けする。
現在仲間は53名。
53?
3ヶ月でクリアだ。
もちろん仲間に入ってくれたら君たちに今かかっているスペルも解除する
Okay. I feel like Gon might want to play the game organically, man. I'm not sure.
君たちはどうする？
キルア、ごめん。俺はいい。自力でプレイするから。
Yep, yep. That makes perfect sense.
リーダーがそう言うんだね
You heard the
俺も
leader.
パスおいゴン
And Killua doesn't even, question it.
君はどうする？
She's coming with us for sure, man.
ポケットにカードがあれば今のうちに渡してもらおう早速始めよう使うのはリーブのカードだ
Interesting. I'm a bit sus of this group, I'm not gonna lie.
これでキルアのスペルは当分かかりっぱなしに
But
な
at
った
least they know what it is now, right? It's not the end of the world.
でも俺の親父探しのためにキルアにもゲームに参加してもらってるのに
違うよ俺がゲームに参加してるのはそれよかさっきなんで怒ってたの
Because what? He wants to spend time with Gon, what?
殺戮だとか奪い合いが前提だとか悪い風にばっか言うんだもん
Yeah, yeah.
俺はジンの言う通り
Yeah, exactly. This is exactly it. And I'm glad we didn't join them either. I wasn't really vibing with that. I want some Gon and Killua stuff.
実際に人が死んでるけど怖いのはゲームじゃなくてプレイヤーの考え方
Yeah, 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 yeah.
人を傷つけてまでカードを取ろうとするなんて
そうか俺はありだと思うぜ
It's classic for Killua to say that.
あんたは専
Yeah,
門
I mean, I get it.
でも殺しはなしさ俺だってそこは賛成だよルールを決めた上での戦闘で勝った方が相手の
Ah, Gon would like that.
あれ
Yeah, yeah, that's very Gon.
俺にスペルをかけたやつだってあの連中の作戦だって ゲームとしてまっとうなやり方。
Well, okay, he's not wrong. I like that.
キルアありがとう。
Homies.
キルアと一緒にここに来られて
Oh, look at him.
キルアと会えて俺本当に良かったよ。
Oh, we love a Gon and Killua moment.
やめろよ。
And Killua's gonna get all flustered.
俺本当にそう思ってるんだよ。
ゴン、俺なんだ。俺の方こそ。
Oh, look at him.
本当に良かった。
Yes. Good. Good.
なるほど、そういうわけ。それにしてもいいわね。若い男の子の無垢な友情。
I think she's a lot older than she looks, man.
むちゃくちゃにしてやりたい気分。
Interesting. Interesting.
深め合うゴンとキルア、そんな二人を見つめるこの少女は。
That's the question, isn't it? Her voice sounds older, and she also said two young boys, like they're not the same age as her. Like, she looks young. But that was a good episode. Some good information in there, and a little bit of world building about what it's like inside Greed Island. Alright, so a lot of people have been talking about just how nice it is seeing Gon and Killua's friendship throughout the show. So having them reaffirm their friendship at the end of the episode there, in their own ways, is really nice to see, man. And I'm gonna take every moment to appreciate that, because like I've said about this show, I think it's the journey, not the destination about Hunter x Hunter, right? So all these things that happen between now and the end of the show, I'm gonna try appreciate them as much as I can. And I love that Gon is just so outward about his feelings, and Killua is very reserved, right? And they've both always been like that. It's very on character for them. Like, Killua's just in his head saying thanks to Gon, and he's glad that he's met him, but Gon's just straight out there with it. And the girl, I still don't think we know her name. She's watching them, man. She's chosen not to go off with the group, just like Gon and Killua, maybe because she finds the two of them interesting. But she said she wants to mess with them, man. So we'll see. We'll get more about that in the next few episodes, I'm sure. But given that we're dropped straight into Greed Island, and there's already so much more to the game than what was described last episode in that tutorial with these spell cards, for example, so that makes me think that there's going to be even more, right? That it's going to be quite a deep game, which I'm pretty excited about. So the only question I have about the cards is the cards have a number on them, right? So like the fish card they got was 1217, and they need cards numbered 0 to 99, I believe, right? Those 100 cards to complete the game. Is that a set list of cards, those specific first 100? I imagine it is, right? So everyone needs the same 100 cards to complete the game. And Jing was saying, I imagine the last card, or whichever specific card he was talking about, is very difficult to obtain, and maybe that's one of the reasons why the game hasn't been completed yet. And another detail I want to make sure I've got right is they were talking about, you know, the number of times an item can be transformed, right? And that number changes. And I imagine some of these cards want to be used, not just stored in the book, right? Especially with all these other players, you know, hunting down other players. So when a player is killed, their cards are lost, but it increases the transformation limit of that type of card, okay? And I think what they're saying is if no one can find a way to beat the game, it's going to continue to devolve into more players killing other players, right? Just for general survivability, because people will still be trying to get other cards. People need better cards to defend themselves. At least that's what I'm getting from this. And if these guys truly are also hired by the same guy, I have forgotten his name, Batera, Mr. Batera, which I'm not sure about. I feel like they could be lying. I was feeling a bit sus about them, you know, after their interaction with Gon and Killua. But if they are, then it would make sense, you know, let's all group up, let's split this big prize, and let's actually complete this game, you know? And I need to go back and revisit that interaction they had after Gon decided to leave, which I'm really glad he did, by the way. I don't have to talk too much about that, because it just made perfect sense to me. I was like, all of this organized situation, and Killua describes it well, you know, as well. This is a way to play the game, right? Like, they're playing, you know, by the game's rules, just in a different way, but Gon wants to do it, like, as organically as possible without all of this, like, organization in a group. Gon just wants to enjoy the game, just like Jing told him to. Makes perfect sense to me. So the reason I got sus of these guys is they told the guys that chose to go with them to leave the game, so the spell effects on them would be removed, if they had any. Don't know if the others did. We know that Killua did. And he said if they have any cards in their free slots, to give it to them before they left. And they were talking about save data and, you know, a 10-day limit. There seemed to be like some confusion between them, but it almost to me seemed like the tall guy was trying to make it so he was going to get their cards, and he said they'd go and get them from the starting point. I feel like he's just trying to take the new players' cards who don't know anything about the game and then dip. I could be completely wrong about this. It's just the vibe I'm getting. I don't know. Like, Hunter x Hunter has taught me to question everything. But after that, that's pretty much the episode. Gon and Killua have their really good conversation, and I love that Killua just without a second of hesitation just goes off with Gon when he says he doesn't want to join showing them, calling Gon the leader. I love that. And it's so interesting because they think very differently about situations, right? Even the way they express their feelings is very different, but they just get along so well. It's almost like they cover for each other's weaknesses, right? Like even Killua in the screening, he was completely almost overthinking the situation, and Gon was just being really simple about it. Like, oh, I thought it would be natural that they look at everyone, and Killua, he didn't know. So it's nice that they continue to build on the dynamic of their friendship. I think that's going to be a very, very significant thing as we move through the show. But I'm going to leave this one here now. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And as always, please continue to leave your comments and feedback down below. You know I always appreciate it, and we'll see you all in the next episode of Hunter x Hunter.